Hello guys and welcome back to the channel. My name is Jack. I'm the founder here at Scenarius. We're a marketing agency that helps e-commerce brands set up effective campaigns on Facebook and Instagram. And in this week's video, we're going to talk about how do you build a Facebook ads funnel. This video has been requested several times from you guys and it's finally here. We're going to go over, the way I guess I'm going to structure this video is we're going to go over what a Facebook ads funnel is, how do you structure one, what are the different segments within the funnel, and what corresponding targeting and video creatives can you create to make sure that you are giving the right marketing message depending where your customers are within the funnel. We're also going to give a few examples of what very particular brands are doing, and I'm going to take you through each brand and what funnel they use to take customers from someone who's never heard of the brand into a paying customer. Before I jump into it though, I do want to thank you. We just hit 100 subscribers on the channel. Thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting us. Moving into 2021, we will be creating more content. I'm going to double down on YouTube. The team here at Scenarius is growing, and so I'm going to have a little bit more time to focus on things like YouTube and growing the brand. So be sure to stay tuned. If you are new to the channel, be sure to subscribe. As I said, I'm going to be creating a lot more content revolving around how do you set up Facebook ads, creative content strategies. As we learn as an agency as well, what's working with our clients, we'll be sure to share it with you as well. So as I said in the beginning of the video, I have a bit of a presentation ready for you guys, and it might be a little bit technical, so be sure to pull out your notepad if you want to take any notes or anything like that. So let's jump straight into it. So building a Facebook ads funnel. We're going to start, as I said, by defining what a Facebook ads funnel for those who are not aware. Essentially, a Facebook sales funnel is designed to capture users' interest and nurture them until they're ready to purchase. Ideally, you're taking someone who's never heard of the brand and turning them into paying customers. You use relevant messages, marketing messages that is, appealing to users at different stages of consideration for purchasing to slowly push them along the line to get to a point where they're closer to conversion. Essentially, you're holding someone's hand through the entire sales cycle. One way to think about this is think about the last time you bought a product. Think about how previous to learning about the product, you didn't know anything about the brand, and then perhaps you heard of it from an influencer or on Instagram or whatever the case may be. You became aware of the product or the brand, and then perhaps you did a little bit more digging. You perhaps needed a few questions answered about the product, technical details about the product. Perhaps you wanted to know what sort of people use the product. Is this a brand you can trust? And then you went for purchasing. So that's the entire sales cycle. And with using Facebook ads, you're able to take someone on the platform who's never heard of your brand before, all the way to someone who's going to purchase your products. So the different stages of the funnel can vary from different advertiser to advertiser. Different people have different naming conventions, but this is kind of the basic structure that most Facebook ads funnels will abide by. So you have the top of funnel, which is essentially the advertising campaigns that you're going to be launching to people who have never heard of your brand before. And that's kind of the awareness stage. That's when you're trying to make people who are perhaps interested in your brand, or you have an idea that they might be interested in your brand, you're trying to make them aware of your product or your brand. And then you move on to the middle of funnel. That's when someone has already interacted with your brand, they know of your brand one way or another, and they're perhaps somewhat interested and somewhat in the stage of consideration. So maybe they liked some of your posts, they follow your page. So that's someone who knows of your brand and showed some sort of interest. Now, the bottom of the funnel, that's when people are pretty much ready to convert. They have almost made their purchasing decision. They've perhaps added an item to their cart. They've visited your website. They've interacted with you more than once. And so that's kind of the bottom of the funnel. Another stage I like to add is after purchase, which is kind of how do you make sure that the customers who've purchased from your store come again and become recurring customers. And that's a way you can increase the lifetime value of your customers. So starting with the top of funnel awareness, as I said, what we're going to do, the way I'm going to structure this video is for each stage of the funnel, we're going to look at what sort of targeting you'd want to do there, as well as what sort of creatives and what that looks like. So when it comes to top of funnel awareness, when you have the different targeting options you have on Facebook and Instagram basically fall into one of those three categories. First of all, it could be just broad demographics targeting. I would only recommend this if you have quite a big budget and you're able to spend on larger audiences. for example, your product pretty much works for women within the ages of 35 to 65 in the US, for example. That's a very, very broad demographics targeting, but that's something that has been working increasingly well as the Facebook's algorithm has become more sophisticated. The second one is interest-based targeting. I've talked a ton about this on this channel. We have a video that I'll link up in the cards where we go into a lot of detail on how to use the audience insights tool within Facebook's ads manager to create interest-based targeting and find different interests to target based on what you already know about your customers. A good example, for example, if you're a beauty brand, this is an audience that you can try: Sephora women 24 to 48 in US, Canada, and the UK. So that represents people within that age demographic, within that gender demographic in the US, Canada, and the UK who also like Sephora. So you're starting to get an indication here that those people like beauty brands, so there's a high chance that they'll also be interested in your brand. Finally, you have lookalike audiences, which are really, really popular. A lot of people use them on Facebook and Instagram. Those can represent either purchase lookalikes, so Facebook will take the list of people who've purchased from your store before and find lookalike audiences on their platform that match certain criteria and patterns that they see from your list. You can also use your email to find the lookalikes. Again, these are all people you're reaching out to who have never heard of the brand, and you want to be able to create advertising to those people that is gonna make them aware of your product. So what sort of advertising examples work for the top of funnel? You want to think of someone who's never heard of your brand before, and you want to think of what that person likes and how you can grab their attention. So I've throughout this entire presentation, I've made 3 consistent examples from 3 brands: Boom by Sydney Joseph, Leaf Shave, as well as Lumen. Boom is a beauty brand. Leaf Shave they create these kind of metal disposable razors, as well as Lumen being a skincare brand, to give you a broad spectrum of what this content can look like. So let's start one by one. Boom is a beauty brand. They target an older demographic. So what they use for their top of funnel campaigns to make people aware of their brand is they actually use blog articles. And that's really, really powerful, especially when you have a bit of a larger budget where you can send tons and tons of people to an article. This works tremendously well. One thing to also note about the ad in specific, it calls out their audience right off the bat: 5 makeup tips for women over 40, which is really, really powerful. You're calling out that audience, and it also creates a lot of controversy in the ad. Do you use powder-based cosmetics? Question mark. If you're over 50, any powder-based cosmetics, even eyeshadow, can draw attention to any lines or texture that you have on your face. So again, there's no mention of the products here because they know that they're not trying to sell you right off the bat. They're trying to gauge interest, and they're trying to get people to read the blog post, and then from there, that audience, they're gonna try to sell them further down in the funnel. The next example is Leaf Shave. Now, Leaf Shave is kind of these all metal razors, and what they try to do in the awareness stage of the funnel is educate the consumer as much as possible on what the product is, why they should consider buying it, in this kind of user-generated content style of video where they have different subtitles as well to kind of narrate along what happens in the video. So I'll play it and you'll get a general idea of what this looks like.
Say hello to Leaf. All metal, modern design, this incredible pivoting head, and it looks really great in my bathroom. And this is our planet's worst nightmare: plastic razors. These disposable heads take over landfills every year, but not only that, they get gunked up after just a few uses. So my first impression between the two, I'll take Leaf every time.
So you can see here that they not only introduced the product in a really, really easy and succinct way, they also introduced the problem statement of plastic waste, and that's really, really effective for people who care about that type of thing. Finally, the last ad I'll show you is Lumen. They're a skincare brand, and what they try to do here is, again, introduce the products as well as educate the consumer on how to use them.
I had really bad cystic acne as a teenager. I tried so many different products. Nothing works. I decided to use Lumen. I found out that the products won the Men's Health 2020 competition. This is Lumen's Correction Trio. My routine starts off with Lumen's Exfoliating Rub. It's got rosemary and green tea extract, which is an anti-inflammatory and rich with antioxidants. This helps prevent new acne and fade my old scars. After I exfoliate, I apply the moisturizing balm.
So as you can see here, they've introduced the product, they've introduced a lot of social proof in a subtle way by showcasing different guys with different skin types use their products. And finally, they educated the consumer on how to use it by showcasing, first the exfoliating rub, then the moisturizer, and so on and so forth. So, next is the middle of funnel, which is kind of the consideration phase. That's where people have or are already aware of your brand. They've perhaps shown interest in one way or another, and that's when you want to try to focus your marketing message a little bit more on getting people introduced to the products and familiar with them, and getting them to start thinking about purchasing. So, in terms of targeting, this kind of the middle of the funnel is kind of your largest pool of audiences to choose from, whether it be 3-second plus video viewers, website visitors, landing page viewers, recent Facebook and Instagram followers and engagers, as well as recent email subscribers. What you'll find is someone might learn about the brand, they might visit the website, visit the landing page, perhaps follow you on Instagram, and maybe sign up for your email list before they even purchase. And so that's where they're in the middle of the funnel. They're considering buying from your brand, and it's very, very crucial to target those people with the right marketing message. Now, what does this marketing message look like? There's many, many different approaches you can take. Again, I've taken 3 examples here from Boom, Leaf, as well as Lumen. I don't have too much time. I don't want to make this video too long, so I'm not going to play all of those examples in detail. But for Boom, what they've went with for their middle of funnel campaigns is a lot of testimonials. So they showcase different women talking about the products, how great they are, and usually by doing so, they're able to answer many concerns that people might have about the brand. Also, guys, I do apologize a little bit for the lighting. The sun is just coming down. I'm filming this video a tiny bit late, so I do apologize for that. Lumen, what Lumen does is they have this skincare quiz. Again, you're trying to introduce people. You've already introduced people to the brand. Now you want to get them thinking about the products, and so they're prompting people by taking a skincare quiz to understand a little bit more about their skin, and then give them product recommendations accordingly. So this is really, really brilliant. Leaf do a really great job of this as well by creating a video where they answer the frequently asked questions that many people have about the brand.
Is your razor plastic free? It is. 100% metal, actually. Does it get a close shave? Oh yeah, the pivoting head helps with that. How do you install the blades? Just like this. Is it easy to use? You bet.
So again, they've taken probably the top 3 or 4 concerns that people who've bought their products might have, people who are likely to buy their products might have before they buy the products, and they've dealt with them in this ad right here. So this is, again, they're pushing people further along the funnel. They've made them aware. Now they've answered many of their questions that they might have. Now people are pretty much ready to convert. So the bottom of funnel, which is kind of the decision phase, the general targeting you have is going to be very, very laser focused. It's going to be people who have viewed a piece of content on your website in terms of a product page, perhaps people who have added to cart or even initiated checkout. So those are people who have clearly shown intention to buy and are almost ready to buy. What sort of advertising do you want to reach out to these people? Again, your advertising is going to be a lot simpler in this stage of the funnel. For example, with Boom, they actually call out the person who has added an item to cart. Hey, we're holding your Boom items for now. Thousands of new customers are ordering Boom every day. So many that we can't keep your items in stock. So they're also creating scarcity here by saying that the products might go out of stock. So again, they're really trying to push now to get the person to convert. With Lumen, they use a lot of social proof. They have a few GQ PR campaigns. They also have a few customer testimonials, which is really, really powerful. And then with Leaf, they have a very, very simple kind of image where they're showcasing just the product up close, reminding people of the product and getting them to convert. The last step of the funnel that we're going to talk about very, very briefly is after purchase recurring customers. So once people have already purchased, you've hit them with all of the ads, you've taken them from someone who's never heard of your brand before into someone who has interest in your brand and is considering buying to a purchasing customer. Now you want to try to kind of increase the lifetime value of that customer as well as get repeat purchases. And the way you do that is by creating offers. For example, here, this is a Black Friday campaign, by launching different product lines, limited edition products, as well as serving that group of customers ads for products that they haven't bought yet. So in the case of Lumen, let's say I bought some of their skincare products, they're going to send me ads for their body wash as well, so to get me to purchase more products from their store. So this has been a bit of a long video. Just to summarize right here, again, the different stages of the funnel are top of funnel, awareness; middle of funnel, interest and consideration; bottom of funnel, decision, ready to convert; and then we have the after purchase or the recurring customers. For each step of that funnel, for the top of funnel, we have broad demographics targeting, interest-based targeting, as well as lookalike audiences. For the middle of the funnel, we have a lot of choices to choose from when it comes to audience targeting. It could be 3-second plus video viewers, people who have watched the ads for 3 seconds or more, website visitors, landing page viewers, recent Facebook and Instagram followers / engagers, recent email subscribers. So again, people who have not yet bought but are showing interest in the brand. Finally, you have the bottom of funnel, decision, ready to convert. Those are going to be really, really small and hyper-targeted audiences, people who have viewed the content, add to carts, but have not purchased, initiate checkouts, and so on and so forth. Finally, we have after purchases. This is really, really important as well to try to, again, increase that lifetime value of your customer. You want to focus on your customer list and target them with new products that you've released, new offers that you have, to keep reminding them of the brand and keep them buying from your store. And there you have it, guys. This is what a comprehensive Facebook ads funnel looks like, and this is the sort of targeting and creatives you want to match with each step of the funnel. I know this video has been slightly longer than usual. The sun is just about to set, so I'll wrap this video up. I do hope you enjoyed it. If you did find it valuable, be sure to like the video, give us more suggestions on the videos you'd like to see in the future, and we'll be sure to see you guys in the next one.